What if I told you that one small change to your grow room could save you hundreds of pounds each year? Let's be realistic, running a grow room isn't cheap. You've got lights, fans, filters, and that all adds up really fast. Plus, if you're still using old school AC fans, they could be losing you hundreds of pounds each year. That's where the more efficient EC models come in, like the Phresh Hyperfan V2. Their motors are smart, smooth, and energy conscious. They adjust their power intake in line with the airflow output, so your energy bill will stay in check. Hook it up to a thermostatic controller and you're running as efficiently as possible. And over time, that difference will add up to some serious savings. Here's where the Phresh Hyperfan V2 really shines because it's more efficient than the fans that most people are used to. Inside, it's running on a 9-pole EC motor, and that sounds really fancy, but all it means is that it's going to push more air through while consuming less power. To put that into perspective, running a 6-inch Hyperfan full-time for a year is going to cost you about 60 quid in electricity. Compare that to a similar sized AC fan and you're looking at 3, 4, sometimes even 5 times that cost. So that's potentially hundreds of pounds saved every year just by switching your fan. And it's not just about the power bill. Because it runs cooler and smoother, there's less chance of your motor wearing out. It's got self-lubricating ball bearings, which minimise friction and increase efficiency. Soft start technology reduces the impact of turning it on, and the steel housing makes it overall more robust. Basically, it's built to go the distance without costing you extra along the way. Now, if noise is a concern, and let's be honest, for most growers it usually is, that's where the Silenced Hyperfan V2 comes in. It's got the same efficient EC motor, so you're getting the same savings, but it's also wrapped in an acoustic foam, so that's going to bring the noise level right down. So I've done a lot of talking about how quiet these fans are. Now let's hand you over to Ian so you can hear for yourselves.
Thanks Sarah for introducing us to the Hyperfan. These are a very similar style fan to the Rhino. It's a mixed flow fan running at high RPM, moving a lot of air under pressure. So I'm going to set this one up, I'm going to show you how noisy they are. What I'm going to do now with the Hyperfan, non-silenced, I'm going to run it up to full speed, then I'm going to drop it on a Phresh filter so I can see the difference in noise. Slightly different to the Rhino fan, where basic Rhino fan comes out of the box, same as Revolution, where it won't run. These are slightly different. So if you undo the controller, the fan just ramps up to full speed straight out of the box. You plug the controller in, and it will be working on the dimmer. I actually prefer the other way of doing these because basically as soon as you plug this in, it's on. If you've got your fingers anywhere near it and you turn it on like I have done over the years, you're gonna catch your fingers. So what the best thing to do is always make sure you put the controller in first, turn it down before you start it up, then you're not gonna have any accidents by jamming your fingers in these fans. Or just don't power it up until it's set up. So here it is, it's on the controller. I'm gonna ramp it up to full. Again, this is moving around about the 1,200 cubic meters mark. Great under pressure. You'll notice makes a different noise to a Rhino fan and a Revolution. I don't know if you could tell that, but if you use Hyperfans, you'll hear this noise and you'll know what they sound like. They sound completely different. Really, really high RPM. Not that noisy whatsoever, and moving a shitload of air. So what I'm gonna do, talking normally, great little fan moving a lot of air. I'm gonna turn it down. What I'm going to do now is bring the filter in. Again, drop the clamp on, follow the airflow, make sure it's all lined up. And what I'm going to do now is turn it up to full. Ramps up, EC fan, not AC, remember. A hell of a lot quieter. Again, moving air through your filter first, running out the top. With a non-silenced fan, I would always use some style of acoustic ducting. It just gets rid of that air noise coming from a high air volume fan like this. Moving a lot of air, I can feel it in here. So that's it. Running on a Phresh filter on a Hyperfan. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the silenced version of this and do the same test and show you the difference. 2 minutes guys. What we've got here is the Hyperfan silenced version of the fan I've just showed you. The other fan is basically placed in here. So literally, this fan without the bracket is literally inside here. Acoustic foam on either side. Runs exactly the same. You've got your RJ connection and your IEC plug. You've got your little brackets to help hang it. And what I'm going to do, again, if I unplug it, it'll be full speed, but I'll just use the dimmer to show you I've turned it up to full. It will ramp up over a couple of seconds. I can feel it running already. That's it. That's how noisy this fan is. It's moving the same amount of air as a smaller version. It's got that tube of air running through, and the acoustic foam is actually absorbing the air noise without taking any pressure away from the fan. It's a completely sealed unit. It's silicone all the way around here, and these units have got gaskets on them, so there's no leakage of air anywhere. When I put it onto the filter, so I'll just line it up to the Phresh filter, which I've paired it with, literally clip it on. Literally, I'm getting more noise from the back of me than I'm getting out of this. Great little combo, been in the industry for years. It's been tried and tested. You guys love the brand Hyperfan. We love the fan here at Global Air Supplies. Look at this combo. I don't think you can get any better. A Phresh filter with a Hyperfan running through a metal clamp, acoustic ducting at that end, absolute perfection. So that's it from me, a great little Hyperfan and Phresh combo. Back to Sarah in the studio. Cheers guys.
So whether you go for the standard or the Silenced Hyperfan V2, you're getting a fan that pays you back in reliability, noise reduction and efficiency. If you've enjoyed this video, give us a like. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode, and we'll see you again next week for more product focus.